Welcome, welcome. Good evening, and welcome to the
What
episode.
up? What up?
Oh, hold on. I am good. I am good. All right, hey guys. Today's show is gonna be. We have a couple news to bring up to you. We have the new Republican candidate in South Carolina. Her name is Lakeisha Alston, and she is wearing a full burqa or hijab, whatever they're gonna call it. You only see the her eyes only. So she is running for the Republican Party, but she have a dark secret that we are going to discover today for you guys to know. And we have also another news that Nick Shirley got attacked in Minnesota by Somalis. He got rounded up and he was physically attacked in Minnesota. So we're gonna cover that as well. And we have a couple news also in the mix. So welcome to the show, Robert. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing good. Just a little discouraged that we are not, um, that we can't see through with a deception. I mean, there's just been so many red flags
Mm.
with with all this, and I don't know how we're even like how are we not all for going over there and taking back our cities? You know.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Um,
I'm gonna show you this video next, uh, and we're gonna go push into that what Robert is saying because more stuff is has been discovered. We have New Max. A reporter went to Ohio and he uncovered more stuff that being we're
yeah.
being basically defrauded. Also, I see a few posts on X that a person just went around and did the same research that Nick Shirley did, but he did it online and found same fraud in Texas. So it is
No.
crazy, crazy,
Yeah.
crazy weekend, crazy beginning of the week. But let's play this video and we're gonna get into it. Oh, there we go.
The Democrats are doing some really, really nefarious things this year. And if we're not careful, we're going to start putting Democrats in office if we're not careful. We need to know who we're voting for. We need to be involved in the primary process, and that needs to start in our home states. Guys, I'm telling you, think about it. Why is it that the worst Republicans that we have in the House and the Senate generally come from red states? It's because we just rubber stamp them and send them through.
Yeah.
We're not sending the best and the brightest that we have in our states. We're sending out junk. That's how you wind up with Mitch McConnell's. That's how you wind up with Lindsey Graham's. That's how you wind up with Mitt Romney's in office. So I ran across this. So there's this lady, and she, well, at first looked like she was in a full burqa, but I now understand it's not a full burqa, it's a hijab, which, you guys have seen the Islamic dress for women with just the slit across the eyes so that you can just see just partially of the eyes. This lady is dressed in this. Now, we now know that her name is Lakeisha Alston. Now, this woman is running as a Republican in the 22nd district in North Carolina. Now, she's running for their state senate. But when you look back at her history, she has voted Democrat every single election she has.
Mm.
Even up until last election in 2024, she voted for Kamala Harris. But then she
Man.
turned right before the deadline, she switched to a Republican, to the GOP, solely so that she could run. The problem is that in her district, she right now is uncontested. So get to March, there won't be anyone to run against her, which means she will become the de facto Republican representative, We're looking at a situation where these people are now, and I told you guys this last week as it pertained to Brad Raffensperger in in a red state like Georgia. Brad Raffensperger had been a lifelong Democrat, and then he runs for Secretary of State. He is a Republican, and he gets in. Guys, that's what these people are doing. It is so important for
Mm.
us to know the history of who we're voting for. Our vote is the most important thing that we have. Our vote is what stands between us and tyranny, between freedom and tyranny. People have died for the right to vote. And if they have died for that right, then we owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our children, we owe it to the future of our country to know that we are not just giving a precious thing away. And the idea that this woman thinks that we're dumb enough that we're going to vote for Lakeisha simply because she's the only person on the ticket, that we're going to de facto vote for this woman, is absolutely insane and asinine. What type of idiots does she take us for? But if it works, then obviously we're idiots all the way around and we deserve what we get. But this is happening in every single state. Be on the lookout, because I promise you, there's a lot of open seats. There's going to be a lot of Democrats in GOP clothing. I'll see you guys next time. Be on the lookout.
Man, dude, and
That I
I,
mean,
I
that's they've been doing it, man. I'm telling you, they are switching. Like she did it, like Keisha Austin. She did it the very last minute. She switched parties, and they're
and
gonna do it again,
we
especially
need
if they
we
are
need to
uncontested.
and we need to be careful with this, because just
Yes,
so
sir.
everybody understands, that's who you saw in the thumbnail, and this is this is this is crazy. This is
I
the
know.
chick right here, right here,
Yeah, I got
right
a
here.
video of her. I got another video from this guy on X. I don't know how to have his handle on X. I guess he's on TikTok. His name is Greg is Fire, and he talks about it too, about the lady on the burqa. Let's play this video real quick before we
Yeah.
move on to the next one.
News, guys, this is the new Republican Senate candidate in North Carolina. You might say to yourself, something's interesting here. Maybe it's because it doesn't look like your traditional Republican Senate candidate. Really cool and normal to me. I don't know. I don't see anything weird with it, other than the fact that the person voted for Democrat like forever. And it seems to be the Democrats that love the idea of bringing hijabs to America. You know, because they're so about importing all these people. But look, it might be a great Republican candidate. I'm sure you guys are all over in North Carolina are just chomping at the bit to vote. In all seriousness, guys, I think we know what this is. Democrats have been saying for a while they need to infiltrate Republican seats in the Senate and in Congress to make sure that they can thwart any efforts by Republicans to pass anything. Basically take over the legislature by putting Democrats in Republican seats, by faking you out to believe this is a Republican. Maybe they should have gone a little bit more moderate with their first effort. Just throwing that out there. This is super believable, right? Anyways, good luck in North Carolina deciding what to do, guys. I'd probably go the safe route, whatever that may be, okay? Safe.
Well, and Julio, let me touch base on this. So, and for you guys to not understand or to better understand what we're trying to convey here, or what we're trying to articulate. Um, See, like if you guys are familiar with Houston, there's a county called Harris County, and in Harris County, there's really no Republican in the ballot. It's always Democrat. They Democrats run Houston. There is no way. So if you were to strategize and put a Republican name in the ballot, everybody will vote for that person, because even though we haven't know, even those people that get on the, to vote Republican, the fact that they see that, they're like, oh yeah, option, and they'll vote for this person and not even know who it is, and it's
Mm,
not even backed in the GOP. So the thing is, we do have a deep state, so there might be some swamp monsters in the GOP that might, endorse this person. But what the way to fix this is to pay attention and investigate Don't just vote blindly. If you do not know when you get to the ballot and you're in line and you don't know who's candidate, you can go chat GPT, Grok, and say, who are the ballots and can you give me a rundown of who to vote that will support, and you put my values. You put, I want this, this, and this, and that. What candidate? And it helps you out, right? And then what you can do is take one of these. The the voting booth will let you take a piece of paper and make your notes and write, because it's scary. If you ever been in a ballot, there's a whole list of names, and you're like,
Mm,
I don't remember the name. But legally, you can write on this piece of paper name after you've investigated these people. For example, Nick Tran, I will write Nick Tran for district, whatever, and then Valentina Gomez, because there's so many names in there, and you probably don't even know, and you don't want to be in the situation where you're just guessing, right? Just
mhm.
because he's a Republican and or he's a Democrat, and you just automatically you might be voting into the swamp monster. So again, when you're going, before you go to the voting booth, take a little notepad with a pen, write your little cheat sheet. You can show this, like rip it out and be like, hey, this is my cheat sheet. Yes, it's allowed. You can have your cheat sheet, and you go on the ballot, and now you know. Boom, 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 boom. That's legal. That is available. Um,
That is crazy. The Democrats are using every tool available
yep.
to win 2026 midterm. Believe me, they for them to progress their agenda, they have to win the midterms. Because if they don't win the midterms, Donald Trump will continue to improve upon he's already been working on. So by the end of his term, a lot of stuff is done. People are getting used to, I would say, not winning because that's a cliche, but they are going to get used to prices going down a little bit. They're getting used to law being imposed. They're getting used to better quality of life, more security on the streets. But if they let Donald Trump win, the Democrats will have a hard time changing those minds in 2028. That's why they're so desperate. They are desperate to win 2026, and they will do anything. When I say anything, look up 2020 because they did everything to win.
Yeah, and again, dude, like I'm just saying, I am so glad we're having this podcast, because for real, guys, they are being strategic right now. And just like Julio
Mhm.
said, right now we're getting the country back to normacy, to like to the point where you're being normal. Look, have you heard anything about the alphabet people? I mean, we know they exist. We respect them, but we don't hear them no more doing these drag show queens to the children. I mean, come on, guys, we're hurting a little bit still, because yes, it takes, look, the way the business world works, and even the government, as much as you want to say that the government's not run like a business, it really advocates to a business. Every quarter is when you see things. So in
Yep.
the next quarter, you're going to see a lot of changes. Guess what's happening in Texas January 1st, the first quarter, right? So guess what's going to happen? The new laws are implementing the stuff that we just voted this November. They're going to be 100% implemented, which is a very good thing. A lot of stuff are going fighting in court right now that you're not aware of, but guess
Mhm.
what? That's illegal because we ran it and voted in democracy, but the Democrats are taking that to court now. You can take court to the executive order, right? If a Trump writes an executive order, the president, you could take that to the court all day, every day, because technically that's just one man making an order and forcing the legislation to vote and make it stuff into law. So I get why we can vote. I guess sue the whatever party it might be. But when it's voted in a legislator and it came together by local elections, you shouldn't be suing which that's what the Democrats are doing. And again, no one's talking about this. We're reporting it, and you don't believe me? Go look it up. Look up what laws in Texas and are happening and which ones are the Democrats contesting, and you'll be surprised. A lot of it has to do with our children, ladies and gentlemen, and
Yes,
that's
sir.
the scary thing. But coming back to this, like Julio said, let's pay attention, guys.
Yeah,
Let's pay attention. We have
we
to.
have to. Now everything. Let me put it this way. Like, like people that are following these politics, and people are paying attention to this situation since Donald Trump came to the scene. Everybody kind of like overnight became, I would say, not obsessed, but they pay more attention to politics. This 2024, it's like basically pulling the curtain, and you see the machinery behind everything. You seeing APAC money, you see the RNC, you see the DNC, all this stuff. Like, oh, who's behind and who's pulling the strings, and whatever country behind any politician, you see in it all. It's like not like in the 80s where was a everything was a conspiracy. Nowadays conspiracies are validated not even in matter of hours. You know what I mean? Something come up in a matter of hours, you find out whether it's true or not. But I'm telling you, 2026 is going to be crucial for both Republican and Democrat, and it's going to be a bloody. I would say bloody in a not literal sense, but in a metaphorical sense. It would be bloody because they would. I mean, they would pull their hair. It's going to be like a WWE, WWF type of scenario. Everybody, you know what I mean? You're going to see all shenanigans going down. And I would say between March and September, October, all type of shenanigans will happen. So now jumping to the next subject, Nick Shirley was attacked by a group of Somalis in Minnesota, and we have a clip of the altercation that Nick Shirley was involved with. Uh, Before we move on, please like and subscribe and share this channel. And let's play this video real quick.
No, because when I go onto your comments, when I go onto your comments, what I see is people that say we do not want Muslims here, kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
I want that.
Listen, you're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps, just like the Japanese community. All right, you're sensationalizing.
No, we're not.
All right,
Sir,
something that
answer
can
the
listen.
question. Where-
That's something
where
that
is
can
the transportation vehicle
jeopardize
Answer the
the
question.
safety and the protection of the
This is
Somali
fraud.
community.
We're talking
If
about
anything
fraud.
happens to the
We're
Somali
talking about
community, listen,
fraud.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not physically touching
You're
him.
getting very close.
I'm not physically
You're
touching
very
him.
close.
No, I'm not physically touching him.
This is fraud.
What
We're
you're
talking about
doing,
fraud.
what you're
You're
doing, what you're
defending
doing.
fraud.
When I go
defending
into your
fraud.
comments,
You're defending fraud.
people who hate Muslims, who
People
want us
can-
out of here
people can say
for
what they
being
want. I'm not
Muslim,
censoring
are
anybody.
using your material. Islamophobes use your material. People who hate Islam use your material. Say to us, we don't want you here.
Okay.
Change the constitution.
Okay, we
But
got
guess
you.
what? Let me tell you something. Guess what?
Say it. We're asking about
You
fraud.
know, what
We're
you
asking
do,
about fraud.
you hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate
You
Muslims.
hate
We're
you know
talking
you
about
hate
fraud.
Muslims.
We're talking
Why are
about
you
fraud.
attacking us? Are we
is
the only
fraud.
community that suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about
Are
fraud.
we the only community that does fraud? Are we the only community that does this?
This is about fraud.
All right, but there's what, 300 Somali providers in
fraud.
all of Minnesota?
There's actually.
I'm not.
100.
Don't touch
Don't
me.
keep talking.
Angela,
Don't go close.
do you speak English?
Don't
go close.
Your security doesn't even speak English. Listen,
Yeah,
let me tell you
so
something.
See, this isn't a race
Listen,
issue,
listen,
sir.
listen. Let me
This
say
is about
something.
fraud.
We have what, 1,000 providers?
Yeah, you guys have a.
Even it's 2,000 providers.
Okay,
You
sir.
want to sacrifice the safety of
Sir.
80,000 people
We're not
because of 2,000 providers? Are you mad?
Señor.
Are you stupid?
I'm not stupid. You're stupid.
You're sensationalizing. What about if a mass shooting happens in Minnesota? It will be because of you. It will be because of you.
Take him away.
If any Somali gets hurt in Minnesota, it's because of Nick Shirley. If any Somali, if one single Somali gets hurt,
This is about fraud.
it's because
sir.
of you. Sensationalize this. You son of a bitch. Sensationalize this.
Wow, you're
Get the
very
fuck out of our neighborhood.
Very nice.
Get the fuck out of our
Sir,
neighborhood.
Can you tell me where the
Get the
transportation?
fuck out of our neighborhood. We don't want you here.
Oh, your neighborhood.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck Out of here. You want a sensation, right? You want clicks? You got clicks. You want clicks? You got clicks. You want a click? You want a YouTube? You want a YouTube clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the
Get the
transportation.
fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the.
You stupid racist motherfucker. Say I don't want Muslims here. Say I don't want Muslims here. Say it. Say I want to change the constitution.
No, I don't
and I
wanna
want
change
to
the
change freedom of
constitution.
religion. And I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country. You have to take the passport away from me. Relax. That is what you are arguing for.
We're not talking.
Change the constitution. Get the fuck out of my community. Get the fuck out of our community. Get the fuck out of our community. Get the fuck out of here. Idiot.
That is an absolutely
Wow.
Man, that is crazy. Just because he uncovered fraud, people get mad. And
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want,
So
I want to address this guy down here. I want to address this guy to
Yeah,
say,
I'm
all
about
things
to-
come in touch, man. You know, guy, listen. If you look back at the economy chart that the same Democrat pulled up not too long ago, you will see the rise of the money at the prices from 2020 to 2024, and then it start dropping again. It was Biden. It was not us. You know, so people, the affordability, I get your point, but the affordability is going down. We are able to afford more now than we used to do a year prior. So everything it has to do slowly. Like if you want to repair the economy, it takes time. It's not over time. Trump said it from the get-go. It will hurt, it will take time, but it will eventually normalize. But bro, you need to slow down.
So Brad Young, this is what I'm gonna say. So you got to look at it like this. You might think that we are not in touch with reality, with the way the world is. Yes, everyone is hurting. I understand that, but let's, like what Julio was saying, let's go back to 2020. Trump lost the election. Before COVID, how were we? We were good. We were actually really, I was making a lot of money, just to let you know. And guess what? 2020, here comes Biden. Yes, there was a chaos. It could have been any president, even Donald Trump. If he would have continued, we probably would have had a rough start. But guess what? The jobs that Donald Trump created, here comes the what was it? The COVID, the lockdowns, the companies closed down. And then guess what? They said, oh, we reamped the economy. Well, guess what? All the jobs that Trump created, they were turned off and turned back on under Biden. So then they gave credit that he was a rapid comeback, right? But okay, then guess what? Inflation. There's a difference between tariffs inflation, which that's not even a thing, but that's what the left got you believing in. But there's an inflation. What this means is that this little drug here for your flea tick dog thing, right? Let's say if you Google this back in 2018 to 2023, the price jumped. It did this number. That's inflation. Okay. Now, if you go to today with under Donald Trump, it's at the peak and it stopped. And we're still there. It hasn't come down. It hasn't kept going up. So the inflation stopped. Now, there has been a spike in certain products because of certain things. Like, for example, and the left wants to always bring up that you're deporting all these workers that do the farm and all this stuff and mumbo jumbo, which there is some truth to that. But if we are supposed to be good citizens and good believers, we would want them to stop underpaying illegals lower than minimum wages, right? I mean, aren't we all agreeing to that? Let's not abuse people just because they don't have paperwork and then pay them less than what you would as an American citizen, right? I would assume that's what everybody would believe. But anyways, the shortage of labor is also causing increase of prices. But the inflation stopped. So do you know what that means? It's looking very bright because now there's a lot of business and work coming. So again, if you had listened from the beginning, I said everything falls in quarters. It does not matter what you do. Like today, it will not reflect into the next quarter. So it's like this. Imagine you're working. Let's. I'm trying to dumb it down as much as I can, but let's go to like I quit my job. I have a last paycheck coming in from the work I did, and when I quit, guess what? Yeah, look at this. Inflation is actually coming down, which is which is crazy. That spike up there was 2022. So, but okay. So going back to I quit my job, I received my last paycheck, I get a new job. So let's say I was unemployed for 3 months. I'm hurting. I'm negative on my finances. I'm hurting. I finally get a job, which that's when Donald Trump came. He got me the job. I got a job now. Guess what? I'm gonna work a whole week, and even the second week, 2 weeks before I get my first paycheck. That's where we're at in America. We're barely still not, and obviously it's not a week, right? It's years, but we're barely now getting work, and we're barely, so we haven't received that paycheck. We actually have, but not the pay that we're trying to get. So just have a little patience. And I know it's hard to say that because you're probably going through something, I'm going through something, we're all going through something, everyone is going through something. But you know what hurts the most? That we're all going through something, and these people are ripping us off by stealing money from the government, while some of us that are trying to have a company can't even get a loan because for whatever reason, your credit, whatever your reason is. But these guys that are coming from Somalia, who are starting these supposedly daycare centers, and guess what? They get loans from the
Million.
government, all because they're claiming to be Democrats. If imagine if I take this down and I become a Democrat and I get these loans, that's still horrible, regardless if I'm Somalian or whatever. That just makes you a POS, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, dude, I mean, I get it. We're all hurting. And you're used to seeing Trump speed. That's the thing. Because guess what? Had this been any other president, you wouldn't be thinking that we're not seeing anything. Because guess what? Oh, under Obama, things took forever. Under Biden, things took forever. Under Trump, everything's fast. And because we've seen certain things go fast, we expect everything needs to go that fast. And the reality is, Donald Trump doesn't run the whole government. He just runs a part of the government, which that's what we want. So he's not a king. So there goes that stupid idea that he's a king. That goes out the window because if had he been a king, we would have what's his name? The mayor from New York wouldn't have called him a fascist on TV in front of his face. So anyways, sorry, Julio. That I just had to say that, and I know I probably said too much, but
No,
it's
you're
all good.
good, brother. You're good. Let's move on to the next subject. We're still
Wait,
talking
wait,
about.
hold on, Nick Shirley, right? So
Yeah,
that dude
I mean,
attacked that guy, and 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 he's saying, "Get out of my neighborhood, get out of my neighborhood." And Julio, real quick, even if Nick Shirley, like he said, it was his comments, it was his comment thread. That's what the guy said, right? He said
why
your
you blame it
comment
on
thread.
Nick?
Exactly. Thank you. Why?
Oh, because he exposing the truth. Because he exposing the Somalis. Man, f that. You know what?
And then that's why he was saying it has nothing to do with race. Has nothing to do with race. All he did is what we're doing. And imagine
Exposing.
what better he was exposing. He was on the ground showing these people, hey, I'm trying to have my kid come to this daycare, and they're like, oh, what? No kids here. No. I mean, wait, you don't have kids? No, we have kids. Where are the kids? Manager's not here. You know what I mean? And then
And
they're,
that's a scam, man. I'm telling
dude,
you.
I'm telling
They
you,
bring the
what?
kids. They bring the kids in the morning, sign the paperwork, whatever, probably for the whole week, and then they go home and they get a kickback, and they stay home with the kid, and they it's a whole man, it's a whole system. They had the all fraud ecosystem going on in Minnesota. But remember yesterday I showed you the video of the lady begging for Nick Shirley to come to Ohio.
Oh
There's
yeah,
another
yeah.
there's another video of her. It is posted by George. Shout out to George. I will put the link on the comments down below so you can see the entire video. Let's roll the tape.
Fraud investigators. If you go to the government assisted housing areas, you will find that most of the housing is Somalians. I would say
Wow.
about 80% of the government assisted housing in Columbus is occupied by Somalians. And the parking lot is occupied with a whole bunch of brand new cars.
Mm.
And the women walking around have designer purses with EBT cards, and they have Apple iPhones stuck up in their hijabs. Yeah. And then go to the businesses that are owned by the men. Because see, what happens is when you have a restaurant or when you have a little corner store and you have a couple of wives and you only have to claim one, then that means the other wives get EBT cards, and you can use those EBT cards to buy food for your store or your restaurant. Yeah. Or what you can do is you can get a home health aid company, and then you only hire Somalians to work the home health aid. And what you do is you just make sure their paperwork looks right. It don't have to be right, but you just make sure it looks right. And then you send them off for those home health aid jobs. Y'all don't want to talk about fraud.
I'm about to reveal a snort.
Bro, it
Dude,
is
that is just
the
like
fraud is just it keeps on going. It is insane, Robert. It is insane. And the same thing is happening in Texas. Probably New York. I cannot even imagine New York and California. Lord, the fraud on those places would be astronomical. I mean, if you put it in perspective, the same MOD, MOD modus operandi. You put it in New York and you put it in California, you're talking about 10x, 20x of the money being siphoned out from the treasury to probably terrorists in Somalia or the Middle East, and we just funding our own demise. Like I always say, our kindness, our kindness is the same tools that they're using to destroy us. I've been saying
yeah,
for the longest. They're
that is
going to
a fact.
destroy us with for us to be kind, understanding, welcoming. At the end, that will fuck us up. Pardon my French. I digress.
Hey, you know what? That's the thing. I am done being an apologetic. I'm sorry, guys. If you guys think that what I'm saying is mean, but I, with all this fraud, I don't even know why we're not in the same page on this. These people are causing fraud, regardless of what they are. Again, nobody decided to just randomly pick on Somalians. No one really did. Like, like that's what I was trying to make my point yesterday. Like, dude, we didn't just outright said, you know what, let's go pick on Somalians. No, we
Hmm.
just decided to just what we're just trying to find the fraud. This whole year was about Doge, about finding fraud, and we're finding fraud, and it just so happens to fall on Democratic foot, their footstool, or their, I mean, I'm sorry, their like their front door. And then guess what? It was all the illegal immigrants, which happened to be who? Somalis. So it's like, dude, come on now. It's
And
like we should be united on this, dude. Like,
I mean,
for real.
I just to add one more thing. Like, if the guy is so mad because Nick Shirley discovered the fraud, why he don't go? Why he don't have the same energy and go to his compadres Somalis and say, "Hey, cut the crap, cut the crap." Why he don't go there and tell them stop stealing people's money? You know, that's all they need to do. Nick Shirley had nothing to do with it. It is like he is just a messenger. Attack the message, not the messenger. And Nick Shirley has been attacked in a small city. Oh, snap. Connecticut too, huh?
Yeah, kinetic.
Oh,
I,
snap.
I'm I'm thinking
Hey,
we need to, but that's what I'm saying. But
oh,
Connecticut, right?
I appreciate it. Hold on, let me give you. Hey, thank you. Appreciate
Dude,
it.
I will tell you this though, Connecticut, that's a stronghold from the Democratic Party. So
Oh
can
yeah.
you imagine, like what you just said earlier, Julio? Can you imagine if we investigated those people, like Connecticut,
New York,
Vermont, uh,
California,
California? Dude,
Ooh.
I bet you
Oh,
we'd
oh.
find so much corruption. And the thing is,
Arizona, which is we're finding out a lot of stuff in Arizona. Lord have mercy.
which really all it is we're tired of this, man. We're just like, we should be united about this. Like, we're finding fraud. If it was Republicans, like,
Oh,
even they're saying that Minnesota, some Republicans, get them dudes, bro. Get the Republicans
arrest
that are
them as well.
corrupt.
Put them in. Yeah. Put
Yeah,
them.
but at the same
Put them in
time,
jail.
let's hold these people accountable, both Democrats and Republicans. This is about America. This is about U.S. citizens, about us, the
Our
people.
money.
Yes.
Our
It
money.
doesn't
I
matter if
feel
you're
bad for
white,
the
black,
people.
Chinese, or whatever you're coming from. We're
Yeah.
all, if you were born here, this is your country. And if you were a legal immigrant and you simulated to the culture of being American, guess what? You're my people. We're all our people. We need to, like, unite together and stand against this evil disease that's tied into our government, into our country, and having us fight over a hat, or this because I followed Trump, or you followed Kamala Harris, and Tampon Tim. I mean, I don't
Hmm.
care if you, but if you stand for what Tampon Tim is doing, the corruption, then you have a problem with me. Then I'm gonna say you're an idiot and you're a libtard, and I'm gonna say these things that are going to be that you're not gonna like me saying. But guess what? We are Americans. We need to stand united on one thing: fight the corruption, regardless. It just so happens right now, in the last 3 decades, or I'm just going to say 2 decades, be fair, 2 decades, it's been Democrats. Democrats have been founded corrupt. Okay. So let's get that straight. So it doesn't matter. Again, we just want to get rid of the corruption. That's it.
Yeah, we have
And
to. I mean, in the last couple of years, I would say it's like 75, 25, 75 Democratic fraud, I would say embezzlement and political,
Epstein,
criminal schemes, all that stuff. It is 75, 25. Because we've seen Republican candidates being arrested for fraud and all that stuff. It's nothing new. But the large majority, it comes from Democrat and Democratic run cities and states or counties, which is it, the worst, especially right here where we at in Houston. I'm in Montgomery County. Robert is in Harris County, and you could see the news. Harris County is plagued with a lot of even though us too, the Montgomery with a lot of fraud. But I digress. Robert, I was talking to you offline about a news that you just told me about a teacher in Texas
oh
being
yeah.
charged and arrested and charged for child. I would not say the
So
word graphy.
so
Can
if
you
you
bring
guys
that?
so if you guys follow us, man, we are so against pedos. We're against pedos to the max. I mean, these guys need to get exposed. These guys need to get found, because it is horrible. Well, regardless if you're a male, female, whatever you are, um, we do not, we do not, we want you guys to get exposed. And this was on the Blaze. I'm gonna pull it up right now. I guess I had it saved, but um, it just for whatever reason, um, it disappeared. So, but anyways, yeah. So this teacher was found with 500 pictures or
Mm.
500 plus pictures of child, you know, and what's crazy is that you look at this teacher, and I showed it to you. She does not look anywhere. I found it. She does not look anywhere like um
The
she doesn't
typical.
look like, yeah, dude. It's just which is crazy to me because it's like, man, you think she's a nice teacher, and really she is not the nice teacher. And here we go. This is it right here. So for all you guys uh, to see, this is the teacher. See, ex teacher accused of possessing 500 plus child porn image. And check this out. So this happened in December of 19th, and uh, it gets crazy. So here it goes. It says former teacher in Texas has been accused of inappropriate sexual contact with the child. So it started off with her doing that, right?
Hmm.
And and possession of child pornography. So after she got, because she was touching this child, she got confronted. And I'm sure the authorities came, and they do what they do. They investigated her phone and found it. And then just days after the substitute teacher's arrest, her alleged boyfriend was also arrested for child sex crimes. So it was a tag team thing that was going on. And Jones accused of having more than 500 visual depictions of child pornography in her possession. So I don't know, man. It just, this is this is again sick, disturbing. This is what we're fighting against. This is the whole reason why we have guys like Alex Rosen, and why I'm support of and Valentina Gomez. I ask you guys to go support them because they're actually doing something about it. And Valentina Gomez is trying to, obviously she's doing a lot of, but she stands for protecting our children. We need to protect our children. This is this is crazy that it's become a conspiracy theory just to say what I'm saying, that we need to protect
Hmm.
our children, right?
You know,
From
it
groomers, from
much.
all sides of the aisle. That's disgusting, sick.
Yeah, and we send our children to school to learn not to be groomed, and now we're seeing that a lot. We have drag queens going to libraries, schools, even churches, allowing these degenerates to go there and read books to the children, do dances. But yet, if the parents raise the voice and alarm the authorities, they're gonna get called homophobic. We're gonna get called names, which I don't care. So my suggestion to every parent is be involved in the schools where your children goes to. Just go there randomly. Pick them up early. Go check on them. Eat lunch with your children if you have the time.
Yep.
Be involved because you need to look and you need to pay attention what is going on because sometimes we drop off the kids at the sidewalk and we just drop off not knowing what's happening behind closed doors. And I'm not saying every school need to be scrutinized to the extreme, but just be cognizant when you go to the children's school. Look at the classroom. If you identify any flags or any unwanted or unnecessary items laying around, because sometimes they just so bluntly they just put it out there in the open. You know what I mean? So we need to be involved in our children's life and school. Yeah, homeschool. Yeah, homeschool is an option if you have the ability. parents have the ability to do homeschool, that's another option that you can use to protect your children. Because believe me, tablets, schools, playgrounds, they everywhere. Those people are everywhere. So
And real quick, Donald Trump was for pro is pro giving incentives for homeschooling. So,
oh yeah,
more than ever right now, it's a good time to be a homeschool teacher.
yep.
Run for your local school boards. Yes, that
That's
is
another
very
option.
important. Yep.
Yeah, appreciate that. Pretty good comment. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And that's how do you start it? That's a grassroots movement. You start from the bottom and you kind of like I would say change or transform the politics on those in that aspect. You start from the bottom up and fix everything because it is crazy. I'm telling you, 2026, it's going to be a crazy year in politics. It's going to be crazy year. I
But
don't
just
know.
remember, guys, just Julio, just remember, uh, visit your schools, even your daycares, because you don't want to
Yep.
wind up in the daycare like this, Julio. Here we go. Let's see this type of daycare right here. I mean, if you see this,
Learning
just
Center, where learning is option. Never mind. Welcome to the Trap House.
What the hell? This is my meth cook setup. Look, this is the tin foil, the spoon with the white rock on it, and some chemistry equipment.
That's a good one.
Created us. Make good money you.
Look at these babysitters and teachers we have. Only the best at the Leering Center, guys.
Oh no.
Guys, this is how you do it in Minnesota. You see this money? Sure. I did it, Dad! I know you did, son!
Oh, they got Harris Houston. Oh no.
All right, let's get this party started.
Let's make a difference. Vote for Wall's parents.
It's easy to layer when you layer with tin walls, guys. Yeah, we earned it.
what do you think of that?
Man, whoever did that, kudos to you. You did a great job. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. The last comment before we head out. Keep your kids close. These demons are everywhere. I'm telling you, they
Yes,
are
yes,
everywhere. We're
Mario.
fighting a spiritual battle for our children. They want our children. They want their innocence to be gone, and we cannot allow that. As a parent, man, once you have your first daughter, you understand how fragile the kids are. Like once you have your first daughter, I mean, if you have a boy, you need to be rough on your boy sometimes and raise him up right. But when you have a daughter, your whole perspective change. It's a whole different board game. It's a whole different board game.
Yep.
You know.
So,
So
sorry, guys. Freddie wanted to say hi.
hey, Freddie, long time no see you, buddy. Oh, Freddie
Yeah.
have a jacket and everything.
Yeah,
That's
he's
pretty
got
good.
a hoodie and everything. It's finally cold now. It feels like winter.
It feels good outside. It feels good. Oh, by the way, happy New Year's for those of you guys, seeing this after 2026, 25. Man, it's already New Year's, man. I can't believe that.
Hey, we still got 3 more years. So
You got 3 more years. Let's go. So, hey, guys, thank you. And I appreciate you spending an hour with us. We're going to head out for tonight. Please stay safe, stay warm, enjoy time with the family. The year is over. So, let's start the new 2026 with new goals. And, we have to get ready for
and,
2026. It's going to be
and
good.
remember, guys, the
Oh, my
takeaway: if once you go to
Shout
the
out to my
voting
daughter.
booth, yeah,
Shout
shout
out
out
to my
Mike
daughter.
or Mick, right?
That's my daughter, Mika.
Oh, Mika. Okay. So,
Yeah.
real quick, when you go in the voting booth and you have no idea, take a piece of paper, your cheat sheet,
Mhm.
write down all the names that you've already want to vote for. When you go in a booth and when you're in line, you can show them, be like, I have my cheat sheet here, and then they'll let you through. So you can put it on there. You're not allowed your phone, but you are allowed a cheat sheet.
Yes, sir.
And let's be strategic on who we vote. Go vote local. And this is if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever it is, whoever you know you want to vote for, investigate, do your research. It's not hard to write a piece of paper of the names you want to vote for or the propositions. So, in case you didn't know, you can do that. So, thank you guys. Like Julio said, have a great one. Happy New Year's. And visit our website, xraypodcast.com.
Yes, sir.
And give us a like. It's for free. And a share. And thank you guys for commenting that. We love to see this. We love to see this. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you. We'll see you guys Thursday. Well, yeah, Thursday evening. Tomorrow we're gonna be busy. Thursday evening. Join us again, 7 p.m. Central Time. Let us know how you spend your New Year. It's gonna be, man. We're gonna be that would be our first broadcast of the year, by the way.
Of the year.
So,
Yep.
so we're gonna start strong. You're gonna see more of us. So please hop on the train and just enjoy the ride because it's gonna be a crazy one. So take care. God bless you. Be safe, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.